We absolutely look fucking terrible.
This episode of the Sharpshooters Podcast is brought to you by Arby's and a contract. Wait, I guess not no more. They're back. The women are here.
They're back. The women are here.
I'm very
like women's wrestling has disappeared.
This contract signing disappointed me. And as I always stay on brand, if the table ain't flipped, it ain't a contract signing.
I mean, you don't like respect.
Well, and then those boots made Tiffany's leg look really, really skinny. And then Stephanie looked like she about to go pull some capers in the hood. I don't know what was going on with their outfit
Tiffany's
choices.
really lean right now.
Huh?
Tiffany Stratton's really lean right
yeah,
now. What do you mean her legs look skinny?
It's like she's taking whatever Rhea's taking.
Or Charlotte.
No, Charlotte's gone too far.
Charlotte is 90% bones at this point.
But you know what? But Charlotte has improved in her looks since she returned her first day. Like, whatever she's taking, it's like maybe she's moisturizing at night. You know, like she's putting some of that Jergens on and it's resuscitating her skin or something like that. I don't know what's going on.
It definitely ain't Jergens.
Well, Marcus likes Jergens. Marcus likes some Jergens.
I like Jergens for shea butter. It's amazing.
Yeah, but there's a reason why it's called Jergens.
All three of us combined are not on Charlotte money.
No.
I'm
on her ex-husband's money. I'm on that Andrade money.
Andrade got the real money though.
Welcome everybody to the Sharpshooters.
You wish you were Andrade right now.
Welcome right to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast, the new Saturday time edition. We're still trying to figure this out, and then we find out that it might even be more changes. So we don't know, but I'm Eric.
The very sleepy Lord Manny Hayes.
And hi, probably in between both of us, ready to go, fired up, ready to talk for 2 hours straight. Give you guys 2 hours of nonstop wrestling talk. And I know we're going against the #1 wrestling show in the world, Collision. But damn it, I think it's an obstacle we can overcome.
Why did you?
I don't have 2 hours in me.
So I just want to talk about the I would say the biggest non-story of the week, which I think was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And that was Andrade going back to AEW. I know you guys talked about this, but I just feel like you can't leave one place and say you hate the place. You go to another place, then you hate that place, and you go back to the first place that you left, and then you hate that place again. Then you go back to the place that you hate before, and then you get put in the Don Callis family. I just think that it's like, to me, it's like you brought him back. Yes, the ping pong chat GPT. You brought him back.
Wait, that's real. What are you talking about, chat GPT? How dare you?
Manny, come on.
Come on. It's like they brought Andrade back to shock the internet that he's back, but they have absolutely no plan for him. He probably won't even be featured next week, and he's going to get upset again.
There's a plan to expand viewership in the Latin community.
Oh, so he's going to go to CMLL.
Yeah, I believe he's every attempt that they tried with Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Sin Cara over in WWE.
Well, if they have a purpose for him, that's okay.
Hold on. Do you believe that?
No, I don't, Marcus, because when you get
believe that?
the Callis family, I mean, like, did you really need Andrade when you got his neck? What's the other guy, Don Callis, that went
man.
Hiptacero, goddammit.
I knew it started with an H.
Respect his name.
He got too many people in that family that I hate Don Callis.
So Eric, let's not harp on Don Callis and the family and all that.
Okay.
Let's harp on the fact that he has returned. And I would like to ask you a question. Your boy put an hourglass up, talking about Santos Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
He was not with Los Garzas this week, and they did not call him Legado del Fantasma. They called him Los Garzas. Santos done? Is he on his way to AEW?
I'm assuming he's done. I don't know if he's on his way to AEW, but at this point, everybody's on their way to AEW. And you know, I'm a huge fan of Santos Escobar, but at the same time, they're not going to do anything with him in WWE. So if he goes back to Mexico or even go to AEW to be another fish in the pond, so be it. I mean, he hasn't made the jump there. If I had the choice to choose Andrade over Santos, I would take Santos 10 times, but that's just me.
No, I think many people would. Santos has got so many Andrade got so many limitations with him.
But I also kind of felt like with Santos toward the tail end of his contract, he did seem like he wasn't wrestling as much, so I'm not sure if he was dealing with injuries or anything like that. Because I read a report in the when I was looking for news to talk about today that the reason why we haven't seen Tony D on television is because he asked for some time off. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe people are a little tired, a little bit burned out. They're not built like they were 20 years ago where you wrestled 340 days.
For a good few weeks.
You know what, Eric? You brought Tony D up, and I was like, fuck, hey, he's Tony D. What happened with that?
Yeah. So Tony D's been missing and stuff like that. So it's a change. Go ahead, Mark. I think you have questions. Keep asking them.
I bet I'm reeling them off, man. I can't believe you just prepared, but I mean, you keep answering questions about things I'm going to ask later. Who would you take next? So that was already Santos, and I knew it'd be Santos because I think unanimously, I think Santos did really good work in WWE and can still do good work in WWE as he was the best manager, other than probably Paul Heyman, in the game.
Well, Mark,
the man will hype up his people. The man hyped me up.
Mark, he will hype his people up, but unfortunately, those results never resulted in anything. Like he would give the great pep talk, and then you'd be like, "Damn, that's what those people went out there. That's what they interpreted that at. That's not how I would interpret it. That pep talk. I mean, sometimes it was disappointed. You know, they disappointed me.
Manny over here wanted to create the LWO, but the Callis family. Are you for that?
No, I don't want anything, Marcus.
Oh my God!
I don't want anything with the Callis family, Marcus. I wish Don Callis would disappear.
The family's getting a little bit too big, and we need the Don Callis wolf pack.
The biggest issue that I have with the Don Callis family is like, at least with all these other factions from the Generation X to the NWO to the LWO, they were successful. No one really wins. Everybody else takes pins.
They even lost this week.
They took an unnecessary pin against Kenny Omega and his crew that he was teaming up for one of the most useless matches that need to happen. I don't know who needed that match. Like, you give me the story of the Young Bucks losing all their money, and then we get this match with the Young Bucks with the Don Callis family going against it was Kenny Omega and who? It was some tag team. I can't remember. And I was like, why are we doing this?
Damn, who was the tag team? It wasn't just me. Oh, it was Brodito.
It was Brodito, and I'm just like,
you know what? How dare you? I enjoyed that match, and I enjoyed
Marcus.
them all together, and I thought it was worthy of being a match on the 6th anniversary of Dynamite, where you feature 3 of your people who helped founded the company. I think that's where it played.
That was the play out. I mean, Marcus, I can accept that for what you're saying, but I just felt like it was one of those things where we have another good match, but we really don't have a reason behind this match. And that was my whole theme about AEW this week. It was just like good matches, but they mean nothing.
They got a reason.
What?
To show that the Young Bucks can't handle their money and things are going bad for them. And it showed that they actually have a soft spot for Kenny, as they did not want to see him get beat down by Josh Alexander after the match. Although Kenny got 3 beatings in one segment. I'm just saying, 3 beatings. He got that one. He got the Andrade coming back, and he had the match already. So he already got his ass whooped multiple times.
Since you brought up Kenny, I have a question for you guys, because unfortunately it was a busy week, so I didn't get to listen to your show. So I don't know where you guys stand on this situation. Where do you guys stand on Gail Kim? Like, Gail Kim has been attacked by all the AEW wrestlers, even Kenny, because I think comments she made about Rio. And it seems like Gail Kim is like public enemy number 1. Manny, what say you in this situation?
I mean, she's right in some extent. But it's the same. What she said about Riho was exactly the same thing, as similar to what Mickie James said about girls, the way girls are dressed these days. So it doesn't. So it's inciting the rage of perverts. It's inciting the rage of perverts, is what it is.
Yeah. So I believe Mickie has no argument. Gail Kim can do it. She was a classic lady her whole career, most of it.
I mean, yeah,
her whole career, she was classic.
No,
Mickie was Manny. I would say Gail Kim has been in less bikini matches than Mickie James.
I don't think Mickie James was in any bikini matches, but I believe
Mickie James was in like 700.
Mickie James was Manny. Not only was she in bikini matches, she was also in lingerie matches and everything.
Yeah, Halloween costume matches, bro. She licking her pussy fingers and shit. Mickie James out of control.
But
Mickie James was out there.
The guy from GCW said, Gail Kim ain't that memorable in WWE wrestling.
Then,
well, I like to argue that I can argue in Gail Kim's argument is that she and Awesome Kong helped propel TNA's knockout division to where it is and change women's wrestling. Because before they were wrestling, no one gave a damn about any women's matches. We had the beautiful people in TNA.
Well, Marcus, I'll let you know she didn't change it that much because she talked about why she left TNA. Because even though she was having that epic feud with her and Awesome Kong, the contract that they offered her was like $36,000, and she was like, "What?" Like it was just total disrespect.
Yeah, well, you know what, Eric? That's called budget. Okay, that's like I got to treat the WNBA like I treat the WNBA kind of status.
Okay, but Marcus, let me tell you, in Vegas,
that's what they were doing.
Marcus, but in Vegas, Fee cut the best promo of the game. She dropped her hot behind talking about the commissioner. Come on, man, that was great.
Oh, but it's not only is that great, but the commissioner's response, and I'm ready to set up the match in the cage.
Yeah,
and when she was like, "Man, you lucky you got a job."
Yeah,
like, damn. That's some cold shit. I couldn't imagine Roger Goodell or Adam Silver saying some shit like that because this is commissioner business.
So Marcus,
I can't imagine anybody saying that to somebody. But WNBA players, it's just that they're not getting their money. They're completely disrespected, like you said, completely disrespected.
So speaking of disrespect, I guess last week on SmackDown, we didn't watch it because we were in Vegas celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday on the air, by the way, because, I didn't say that. People got to say it in public to make it real.
No, I don't care about the public ones. I care about the private ones more.
I guess as everyone was talking about, on the main event, there was a big botching that took place where Jade Cargill got busted open and things happened. But Booker T said,
that was my hunch. That was my hunch, Manny, this week.
Well, Booker T has some comments and where he literally blames AEW for Jade Cargill not be like he's on his podcast. He was like, "Yeah, let me find a quote."
Before you go further, I would like to call. Someone went to the school of Donald Trump and said, "I'm blaming Biden. I'm blaming Obama."
Well,
this ain't got nothing to do with
no.
it.
The internet apparently gave it to Booker T. It was like she been in WWE since 2023. Like there is no way you can blame AEW for that. Let me find the exact comment. He said on his podcast.
It just won't make sense.
No, you can't and say and argue, make the argument as Eric find the clip and say and argue that they have ruined her beyond repair. You can say something like that, but that is not the situation here.
So Booker T went off on the main event of his Hall of Fame podcast, stating that Cargill is fresh off her AEW run and hasn't had time to learn a lot in WWE. Fresh? He says, that can't happen on live television. It wasn't a good night at all. You can tell there was a lot of miscommunication. You got an NIL talent, Tiffany Stratton. You got Jade Cargill, who's pretty much fresh off her AEW run. And just think about the time in AEW for her. She probably didn't learn a whole lot because no disrespect or anything, but she was
disrespect.
But she was just put on a wing, and she never really got a chance to really wrestle anybody. And I'm just like, what? And like they said, someone did stats, Marcus and Manny, that Jade Cargill has now officially wrestled more matches in WWE than she has in AEW. If she's not better in the ring.
No, but I feel like a good proportion of those are tag matches.
That is also true.
Those count Bianca. Yeah.
And it's only by 3. She did 63 in AEW and 66 in WWE.
So let me kind of jump in right here, please.
Go ahead.
Let me jump in here. Booker T's full of shit, and I don't understand his argument here. That has nothing to do with this match, what went wrong with it. It had nothing to do with what went wrong. Eric, you just sit through the hunch at lunch. I remember one of the hunches. One of the hunches was that this was not a Jade Cargill fault. This was not a Tiffany Stratton fault. This was not a Nia Jax fault. I blame production. I blame the communication. We've seen Data be unreal. We've seen how they communicate and they talk to these wrestlers and referees spot by spot. And I feel once Jade got hurt, confusion happened over the communication of what happened. Either they said, fuck Nia Jax, I'm trying to end this match early because of Jade's injury and bleeding. Or there was a miscommunication of should I or should I not, where the finish got screwed up. If you want to say the referee's at fault, that's bullshit. She was back on TV this week, and there was no problem with that.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton was on TV. Jay Cargill and were missing, Nia Jax. But that's a different story. So my hunch was, Eric, is that all of this is a work. It's all bullshit. Just for them to be unreal.
Just like
because they got no new content.
Just like Matt Riddle beating up that podcaster. That was
bullshit too.
I was like, I don't think I care about Matt Riddle anymore. But Marcus, I want to give you some sad news.
For $10 right now.
Mark, I know how much that you are a fan of Bandito. Apparently, Bandito suffered an injury on Friday while defending his Ring of Honor title at CMLL. He popped his shoulder out. Luckily, during the match, he was able to pop it back in. But once again, it goes back to, with all your performers wrestling in all these different companies, isn't this a big risk to take? Is this a big risk to take? And who's watching it?
But, as I know how AEW talent now wrestle, some of them wrestle for Eve, I know that those have to be cleared by first of all, by Tony Khan, and it's also the talent that want to work for that other company. So it is his fault. He knows the risk. So if he got injured on his own dime, he's going to be the one that's losing out on money. That's his fault.
Manny, bravo with the inside baseball. That's a sharpshooter breaking at the middle of the night. Manny working the phones, getting those inside details.
1 a.m. all day, Manny at 1 a.m.
No, but so Dan, the Eve promoter, said that there are some talent that do want to work Eve, but then are wary of if they get injured, it may harm their availability for TV and affect their TV time and stuff like that. And some people don't want to risk that. So when you look at the likes of Bandito, that probably does want to earn more money elsewhere. This is a situation where he chance that if he's actually seriously injured now, he's not only affected him, he's also affected his tag partner now.
But you know what? Brody King has a history of his tag partner fucking up his life.
Yeah.
He teamed with Aleister Black for like 5 years or whatever it was. So it's just like that fucked up everything. So let me ask this, Betty. The women who are, because it is women, it's Pro Wrestling Eve. The women who are saying they don't want to mess up their TV time. What TV time? I'm gonna add. But it's only like 4 wrestlers per cycle. 4 wrestlers per cycle.
I believe the name came up that it may have been Holly Cameron that doesn't want to risk injury.
Well, I can understand Holly because Holly Cameron to me is the Chelsea Green.
Can you add the R in her name? It's not Holly. Harley.
It's Harley. Okay, Harley.
Holly. Holly. Name her after that white girl Steve used to bring around us.
I mean, the thing about it, she has the puppet. And the thing about it, yeah, it's pretty much kind of like, no, I'm not going to say that comment because he sometimes listens to the podcast, but like, that's how our uncle was. That's how our uncle was. Just like Raphael. Just parading him around. Just like that. Just, here you go. Another white woman. We're so happy about it. But back to the story. I think
I believe Raph showcases the same one.
Yeah, and I also believe Raph.
And that is his long-term girlfriend, I believe.
And if you remember Holly, Ryan's weather would not be the description for Holly. It is a lower deal. And I think you're doing a disservice to Raph by even saying Holly was on that shit.
I know.
Holly looks like any person you've ever seen on that shit, too.
So sometimes that white skin, just that purity, that pure cocaine right there. But back to
Make sure she rest in peace. I don't know if she did, but
Marcus, I'm almost 100% sure she is. I'm almost 100% sure. But as I said, Harley, she makes the best of her time when she's on AEW television. She's very similar to Chelsea Green, and it disappoints me that she doesn't get the opportunity to shine more. I thought her segment on Dynamite this week where she was trying to rekindle her tag team with Mercedes was actually quite funny to me. I mean, I can understand why Mercedes don't want it, but still.
With everybody, and we lose every time.
Yeah, you lose every time. I would say Harley Cameron has nothing to worry about if she gets injured. It's not like she wrestles anyway.
Yeah.
Like, she has 5,000 other talents. Honestly, I would put Harley Cameron on commentary and just see how that dynamic goes.
Marcus, I would rather have her on commentary than Bryan Danielson. Marcus, he boring.
He boring. You trying to turn Bryan Danielson to Tom Brady? What you doing here?
No, but
At
no,
top-
but the fact that when he was trying his hardest to be funny with Ricochet,
That was
it wasn't
horrible.
working. It was horrible.
No. Well, nigga who was talking though?
But Marcus,
Ricochet and Brian Danielson. There could be nothing funny about that conversation.
But Marcus, even when he's trying to provide his insight of what's going on in the wrestling ring, it's just like, dude, this is not for you. You're just,
No.
it doesn't work.
I don't mind him on commentary. I just think that him and Taz are too similar in the way they call matches.
No,
and
Marcus,
you can only have one without the other.
He's Excalibur, but we tolerate Brian Danielson. We don't tolerate Excalibur.
Marcus,
don't say that.
Marcus,
Don't say that.
Manny's
Don't say
right.
that to me.
Manny's
Don't
right.
speak. Hey guys, this ain't the time for truce, okay? You don't be saying that. This ain't time for truce, okay?
You know
This hurts.
We can talk about more random things, but it's might as well it's time for us to get through Friday Night SmackDown because Friday Night SmackDown happened. I mean,
The end.
yeah, I mean, like, the thing about it, like for me, the best show of the week was NXT. And we can talk about that later. I love me some NXT.
We can argue.
But SmackDown, it was formulaic. It was like, all right, we're gonna have Cody come down to the ring. Let's have Braun and Bronson interrupt him with Paul Heyman. Oh, Randy's gonna make the save, and it's like, okay, like we all saw this coming. In main event tag match, and it's like, what?
They
like
planted
a
the
decision?
seeds. They planted the seeds, Eric, that Randy ain't answering his phone call, taking Paul's calls, and he knew this would get Randy's attention right away. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. I enjoyed him planting the seed. Okay, I enjoyed that part.
But the seeds of dissent between Cody and Randy have been planted for months and for a whole year now.
We needed a refresher because it's been a while. They've been off doing side quests. You know, Cody went to go film a movie, and Randy was fighting Drew McIntyre. So we have a side quest going on.
But
I think this might be the definitive version of the turn because I think he's gonna turn on that crowd jewel.
The issue that I had with WWE with this particular storyline was that they were doing too much gardening. They were putting too many seeds in there. We get the seeds of dissension between Cody and Randy, but then we get the seeds being planted between Seth and Paul Heyman at the end of the show. Don't do it, Seth. Don't do it. And then he goes and do it, and I'm just like, why are you not listening to Paul Heyman? Because are we mad from earlier?
And a real gardener don't crowd his soil.
No, he doesn't.
Well, I was going to use another garden analogy, in which Eric, they're not putting too much seeds into the garden. They're putting too much manure. There's too much shit on this show for this stuff. It's a shit show.
I will point out
I applaud you for that. Well done.
I did when Braun Breaker jumped off the apron. I said, "Oh my god!" I was like, "He overjumped the barricade," and I was upset they didn't show me the replay. But I was like, "I want to see it again."
That's a hell of a spot, and again, I believe Seth is holding this man back, and he holding both of the Browns back because I don't care about Seth. I care about the Browns. And by the way, strike for all the SmackDown. Because you can't give me the Browns in the main event. They've main evented every single WWE show for the past 10 years, it feels like. And I'm just tired of it. Give me something new. It's always the Browns.
I know that you guys are very negative on SmackDown. I can tell by the voice.
No, I'm a positive person, man.
I want to point out that I thought the main players of SmackDown bored me, but man, the undercard people, there was a lot of shit going on in the show. I was like, man, we telling stories today. So let's first with the first story we got. Miz and Carmelo break up. And like, at this point, Carmelo breaks up with the Miz. And I'm like, shit, he broke up. And I was like, Miz can't take this, right? Miz can't take this. So Sammy comes out for his open challenge. And I'm like, okay. Then Melo comes out. I was like, no, Melo, you cannot fight. You already fought for this title. You don't get to go back to the open channel.
He's double dipping. It's like putting wings into the ranch after you bit out the wing. You disgusting bastard.
And it goes back. And it goes back to the thing when we talked about open challenges, everybody running to the front, trying to get out there. So, he's out there, and I see the Miz.
This analogy makes me so angry because I know Alistair Black just sauntered. He just sauntered. He didn't run.
Manny, I believe Alistair Black was in the back. He threw one of his black mask kicks in there, like, get back! Get back! It's like he's throwing roundhouse kicks.
He was doing those fake kicks, like, get away from me, get away from me.
Whoa!
So the thing about it is that Miz gives him the skull crushing finale, and I was like, Miz, go for the title. He didn't.
He's in a suit.
He's
He can't do anything.
After
he wasn't ready to wrestle today. He's here for revenge.
He destroys
And
Melo.
Sammy's out here putting bangers on.
And let me tell you, I was like, you know what? This is what Melo needs. I think a good feud with The Miz might give him some more traction, and I'm looking forward to that personally. Now we get Aleister Black, who saunters down to the ring.
Before we get to Aleister Black, Eric, I would like to say we're not going to get as much anything out of this as we get in the New Day versus the War Raiders. I'm just going to say it's going to be on the same level.
I don't know, man. I got hope. I got hope.
We had hope for the New Day, Eric, but then Triple K showed up. Renewed his vows at the White House this week.
I just want to point out that my issue with the New Day, they look like washed up porn stars with Grayson Waller. I don't know why. It's just
how many washed up porn stars you know?
Don't worry about that. But so now we have
Never
Aleister
been a
Black.
washed up porn star in my life.
We have Aleister Black saunter down to the ring. And I know you guys probably rolled your eyes like, fuck, I don't want to see it. But I was like, this is going to be a good match. I enjoyed this match. I even enjoyed Damian Priest's involvement of them actually putting some more traction into this feud that nobody wants. Marcus, you're rolling your eyes. Go ahead, Weta.
I'm rolling my eyes because I'm so sick of this unoriginal WWE finish to a match. Ooh, someone's looking at me. That's literally every single match at this point on NXT from Raw to SmackDown. Someone's just in the crowd and they walk down, they saunter to the ring. Oh, they're looking at me. I'm distracted.
You never had that.
You never
had someone look at you and get distracted.
I've never been in my life, in my workplace going, let me do my job. Oh, shit. And then just be looking at them for 5 minutes. Now, what they gonna do?
Marcus?
And you work in a different situation.
Marcus,
you got people that want to knife you in the neck.
Marcus, I'm going to tell you this right now. You've lived the privileged life because, Marcus, at my job, and even before I was in the courtroom, I got enemies. And when they walk
you stand back?
When they walk in, you stare at them like what they about to do because you got to be ready. Because, Marcus, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And Jacob Fatu taught me that in his promo. You don't have to the streets, damn it. You got to be.
No, he gets a strike. He gets a strike, too.
Betty, I know you agree with me. There's people at your job you don't like. If they walk in, you like, what the fuck they doing in here? It's a natural reaction.
No, but I mean, you're in a... Okay, Eric. UFC's fight happening. All right, we have a big match topic tonight. I can't remember the names, but whatever. Let's say John Jones is in the middle of a fight. He's going to fight Brock Lesnar. Just a made-up ass fight. All of a sudden, John Cena shows up and starts staring down Brock Lesnar. You think Brock Lesnar's not going to be ready to fight no more?
I don't know, man.
And then can easily get beat by a roll-up or a kick to the stomach. It's always one shitty move that lands after these stupid looking moves. I hate these finishes.
Have you guys seen them? Have you guys seen the
I don't know why he defended this.
Have you seen the Smashing Machine?
No.
So a lot of that stuff is like being distracted can cause you to lose shit.
Hold on. I understand that, but did the Smashing Machine start fighting? And then in the crowd showed up Damian Priest, and he was like, "Oh shit, Damian Priest!" And then he got his ass whooped. That did not happen in the movie, but it would happen every week on Monday Night Raw, every NXT match, and every SmackDown match. I am tired of seeing it.
I have people come up to me when I used to work in the office all the time. And sometimes if I have a brainwave going on, you best not distract me because that thing's going to be gone within 2 seconds.
Hold on. So there's difference of a distraction than a person just existing. Priest was just existing. No,
because I've got very good peripheral vision, and I always see someone walking towards me with a laptop or something, and then I'm like, oh, what the fuck do they want?
So you're gonna complete, but this only works with fight. It doesn't work in your regular job because in our regular job, it's very mundane. You can still do your job, but what I'm saying is, you're in the fight. Someone shows up, and you go, oh shit, and you gonna get knocked out. Never happens to you.
Marcus, because we're gonna have to put a nail in this coffin, so it's not
a messy life. That's why.
So it's not a lump show, Marcus.
This is not a messy life. Marcus, this is a normal life.
On our show, we've had one of the longest bit that we have not brought up in a long time. But Marcus, I think it sums up what Aleister Black was dealing with. Marcus, if you remember from the many shows ago, we used to have 3 words: Drew McIntyre here, and this is a beat down on sight, and that's what it comes down to. Like Aleister don't like Damian. Damian don't like Aleister. Oh, what his ass doing here? What you gonna do? Okay, he got distracted. My favorite part about this whole entire segment was Michael Cole talking about this might be the most polite clearing of the table I've ever seen. And I was like, wow, he's doing it, but I don't know. It was something. It was something.
Let me tell you this. I enjoyed the match. I hate the finish. I hate that finish. I'm tired of that finish. They do it too much. I thought the table spot was fine. I thought, you know what, the Priest and Black feud just picked up a little bit, even though it was only at 2% of my interest. I gave him 8. I moved it up to 8%.
But I don't think this is going to pique anyone's interest more than the Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre feud.
Yeah. I think that's. I also think that Sol Roca and Zarya's, I don't know if this is their debut or just another match on SmackDown. I thought they felt that they were too energized by the crowd and they were kind of messing up a little bit, like too excited. I don't know.
I think Zarya needs to go. I think Sol Roca needs to drop Zarya.
Well, and then I hate to be this guy, but I was like, oh wow, Sol Roca looking like Mercedes. I was like, what's she doing? You know, I was like,
stop comparing your black women, okay? Stop comparing your black women.
No, but Manny, I agree with you. I don't think Zarya really fits in with Sol Roca anymore. I just don't. I really don't.
That's the point. She's going to turn on. It's about the miscommunication. I'm invested in their drama. I'm invested in Sol Roca's quest to get all the belts, okay? She's going to have all the belts.
Then we had Alexa and Charlotte talk about, the tag team, and they just talked about, like what they can do. It's like,
I'm more interested in who's going to be the new third in the Chelsea Green in the Hervis. Because when they were putting out recruits, I was trying to think, who would be the perfect third for them?
Hurt?
Yeah,
Piper's career might be over.
Oh, it's gonna be
according
that bitch.
to sources. Piper's career might be over.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just a little upset about this heifer. She keeps showing up, so I'm not gonna call her Beto. Talk about Lainey Reed. I'm tired of Lainey Reed. I'm just tired of her. I'm tired of Lainey Reed.
Lainey Reed needs to stay away.
That was me.
Nah, do you know what? I'm gonna accept Lainey Reed because if
Manny, don't give me to Lainey Reed.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If she is willing to take out someone on my behalf for my benefit, when I didn't even ask her to, you in the group. You in the group.
Nope, Manny, we're not gonna let it. Let's say we all had a house or whatever. You coming over for dinner? You brought Lady Reed over. You can come in, Manny, but you have to leave her outside. That's what I'm saying.
I will. But
why you treat Lady Reed like a dog?
No, I don't mean like a dog. I mean that she ain't welcome here, Eric. Lady Reed. Just don't. She just seems like she just imposed herself into this. She's imposing herself onto my television. This isn't a situation where I don't know who she is. This is a situation of I hope she don't show up because I'm so sick of her showing up. She just involves herself.
I think she's too involved. I think it's kind of like the whole contract signing where Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany had a very peaceful contract signing. Just a very peaceful.
Eric, I understand that. I know you want to get to this cordial conversation, but I want to talk about something messy that I want to make to this. I have a hunch.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, and I believe the perfect person for the Secret Harvest, the third person, is the big cat Nikita Lyons. I'm just saying.
Marcus,
she ain't got to do shit. She ain't got to do shit, Eric. She ain't got to do shit. She can still be Nikita Lyons and sassy. You just see her in the suit. You can change her up. You can change it up for her.
Marcus, nobody want that. Nobody want Nikita Lyons. Nobody want it.
Who you putting in there? I put Nikita.
Let me go to the NXT Women's Wrestling because it's not.
You don't have to go there.
I am because it
Manny,
ain't. Nikita.
Who you got?
It ain't Nikita. Fallon Henry.
No.
Give me
Carmen
some Ren
I don't need Mark Henry's daughter because you say Henry.
Give me some more Ren Sinclair.
Ren's too nice. Ren would be perfect. Honestly, her and Chelsea would probably be great.
That might be better. Why?
Honestly, that's perfect, but it's too perfect.
No,
it's too perfect.
Why Charlie is overseas, she didn't went to the main roster.
Charlie come home with nobody. How about Tyra May Steele?
No.
Oh, she was on NXT looking like an old woman.
Marcus. First of all, that name sucks. Third, I wish she was released.
Damn.
No, I'm serious. Like, she's useless.
She's only been in wrestling for 2 years. You're like, you're never gonna make it.
No, I just don't like her.
You are the worst minor league general manager, quarterback firing. Give her a chance. She hasn't been around long enough.
That whole point of the whole thing about LFG is you get an NXT contract. That means you're supposed to be wrestling on NXT. She's now on Evolve.
I don't know because they might overshine each other, but I think Ariana Grace would be perfect in the Secret Service. Her and Chelsea together just doing stupid stuff because they're kind of the same character, but based on looking at it, I think she would be really nice. She could be that person. Better than the Big Cat.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known that unless you looked it up.
Yes, I understand what I did. I wouldn't have looked at the roster.
You did not have to pick NXT. You could have picked anybody on the main roster. For all I know, you wanted to pick Nia Jax or something.
No, not Nia Jax.
She ain't like most girls, Eric.
Could always be Kendall James.
Who?
You just look it up. You just looking up the roster. I know who Kendall James.
There's no Kendall James.
Not Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray.
Oh, okay.
You think of Kiana James?
Since we bring up Kiana James,
fact,
her and her skank,
Kendall James.
her
I'm
and her
sure
skank implants. We had the most peaceful contract signing in WWE history between Vaquer and Tiffany. No bad blood, and then for some reason, Julia and Kiana James come down there and interfere in this match. I don't know what Sesame Street character Julia killed to put on that vest that she had on, and Kiana is doing Kiana. Man, I don't know what happened to Julia. I was told that she was amazing, but right now she is struggling.
They give her nothing, man. They gave her nothing. They gave her the United States title and said, fuck off.
She should have stayed in NXT.
They gave her Kiana James and they told her to fuck off. Like, I did not mind this segment. I thought they played heel very well. I thought Julia looked very smug, and I thought Kiana delivered on the promo. I didn't mind this segment.
Did we need a tag match? Do we need this tag match, though? Do we?
Well, yes, you do, Eric. It's called the Vince McMahon special for a reason. Contender and challenger. But these are all champions and champions. Team it together. Can they coexist? And this starts your blood feud, Eric. They inadvertently hit each other. Someone actually does their finisher on the other. You know how this goes. It's the same shit that they do every single time.
It is true. Then
Julia and Kiana gonna get the win too. It helps too.
Manny, did you like the segment for the contract signing? Because they didn't flip the table.
I didn't like SmackDown at all.
Okay, well then we can keep moving. Javon Evans, who had a very busy week, just teaming up with people. He teamed up with the young TNA star. Then he teamed up now with Rey Fenix to go against Los Garzas, minus Santos. I'm concerned that how they're using Javon is that he's going to get hurt. And because, that's going to be the way that Triple H stops from pushing people. I'm very
but then
concerned
he'll just
about
replace him because they found out that NXT have realized who Leon Slater is. He's already been pulled from multiple UK independents already. So the writing on the wall for Leon Slater's UK independent scene run. He's now been found by NXT, and I'm sure NXT are gonna take him.
It's a pillaging.
It's inevitable. They were taking him.
So Marcus,
you have to take Leon Slater. He's a once in a generation athlete. It seems like him and Javon can do whatever they want.
Is disgusting.
It's not even the physics of that still don't make sense. I've seen it on TV. I don't believe it. I've seen it live. Eric, you've seen it live. The move makes no sense that someone can do that.
Do you think somebody in the WWE scouting division got fired because they let TNA find him first? And if they didn't make this partnership, they would have never found this man to begin with.
But that's Regal's fault. He's English.
What's going on? I mean, honestly, if Triple H never or if NXT UK didn't eat themselves alive, as it turned out to be, I think WWE would have got their mitts on them. They would have had him, maybe Michael Oku. They would have had these guys.
NXT UK technically killed the British wrestling scene. It's only just started to recover.
But they killed it. But they were bringing everybody in, so they would have brought in Leon Slater.
Michael Oku actually signed. I don't think he signed.
I don't think he's anywhere, right? I don't think he's anywhere. I think
he's signed. I don't know if Rev Pro do contracts, but like
no, I don't,
he constantly.
It's always interesting where these people go. But Marcus, you said you didn't care for Jacobs Fatu promo. Is it because he's fighting against Drew, or what part did you not like about it?
No, it had no problem with anything he said. I had no problem that he's fighting Drew. But when you are doing cut the camera 2, cut the camera 3, cut up here, when he's fighting the camera, it takes me out the promo. Just tell me straight. Just spit in my face when you talking to one camera. Don't be like, "Where's my cue?" All right, y'all know what I mean?
So
those weren't cues. Just clearly you don't understand. They knew he was going to do this shit. They just put out 500 different cameras and edited it.
Marcus, can I tell you something? Marcus, I agree with you. I think that they should have kept it grimy like the NWO style, just single camera, single take, man, just cutting, just seething.
Man, just rip it. Yeah. Instead, it was like, let me go to camera this. It was so stupid. Like, I just felt like it was too over the top, well overproduced.
But that wasn't the stupidest thing that happened on SmackDown. I think the stupidest thing is when Kit Wilson got attacked by Damian Priest. I mean, he got bullied, Manny. He got bullied.
Well, Prince needs to come back and save him.
Why is Prince always the one that's hurt? What does he do that gets him hurt?
He don't drink milk.
He needs some milk.
Here's the thing about them. They've been injured so many times. And you don't even know what match is from. You don't know what happened to them.
Yeah.
They don't ever sell anything that's like, oh, they hurt. They get their ass whooped in every match, so it could be any match. So I don't know what is crippling or ailing them, or either one of them, but the tag team division has passed them up, man. They passed them up. It's deep. By the way, we had no mention of any type of tag team wrestling, I believe, on this show. I believe we had no real tag teams on this show.
No. Well, the funny thing about it though, we had the family being introduced. I didn't know that Solo was doing this week by week because I thought everybody betrayed him. And then the only thing that I can say about this, I don't care, but I was laughing about Tama Tonga charging $10,000 for cameos. Like I was like, damn.
And
like,
someone's paid.
And people paid.
People have paid for this.
And I'm like, man. I was like,
the quote Tupac, I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you, man. Get your paper, brother. Get your paper. But man, if I had $10,000, I ain't doing it. That ain't nobody cameo I need to see. Ain't nobody cameo.
So one of my hunch at lunches is believed that the Bloodline's coming back because the WWE is losing interest whatsoever. So you got to bring back the only thing that's been successful in the past whatever years. Attendance was down on SmackDown. You can see it in the crowd. They were happy empty. They had the AEW view on the hard cam side, which I guess is just normal because you know what? They price people out. I believe whenever Solo comes back and the MFT show up on SmackDown, they're going to jump Solo out. I believe it's going to happen. I believe he's going back to the old school Bloodline.
Well, let's not forget about that. I think this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, despite being at 4:00, was the lowest rated episode, wherever how they rated on
how are they rating things on Netflix?
I don't know, but I saw a report about that, and I was just like, but you understand that it's different because now it's located on Netflix, so I can go back at any time and watch it. I don't have to watch it live. DVR. I just don't.
It's DVR as well, though.
Yeah, but you have the NFL going on, I think people are going to take the NFL. They're going to take playoff baseball. They're going to do everything but wrestling in this point. This is where numbers always go down during this period, and it's like I don't know why people always get shocked, but the numbers dip right during the season, and then when it's time for WrestleMania season, the numbers go up.
So you're defending them by saying, it's just the NFL beating their ass.
No.
It's just this happening. Or you're gonna give it, or you're gonna just call spade a spade and say it's their lazy ass show that we get every week.
Well, Marcus, I'm gonna say this right now. Both shows are lazy as fuck. AEW and WWE.
Oh, come on, AEW's trying.
No,
AEW on there.
AEW gives you wrestling without substance, and WWE gives you shit without good wrestling.
AEW provided substance this week.
What?
They gave you little stories with Kenny and Bojito and all that. Andrade came back, joined the Chaos family. I wonder how that dynamic's going to work. Not really, but at least they did it. Okay? At least they did it. There's the Tony Storm Statlander situation going on. There's the
Marcus.
Hold on. I'm not done. Mercedes and Harley Cameron entertained you this week. There's also the situation involving who am I missing? There was something that happened. There was a big angle. There's a big angle that happened. Darby and the Death Riders. Who knows what's going on with that? Death Rider stuff. Stuff's happening in AEW.
There is nothing.
I feel like I don't feel like I watch the same show every week in Dynamite that I do when I watch Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, Shohei. Come on, Shohei. Sorry, hold on 1 second.
Come on, man. No, we ain't holding up.
You turned to that because you didn't. He didn't let you cut him off.
I know. I wanted to cut him off. Well, Marcus, I disagree with you. I don't think I think they just give me wrestling. They're not really giving me anything that I really want to tune into. And WWE is not giving me any stories. They're not like I said, the only show I care about with NXT, and that's because of the invasion. And I'm upset with Ricky Starks. Listen to me, Ricky. You already a weak ass champion. You already a weak ass champion.
Hell?
How you let Trick Williams make himself a co-captain?
He didn't allow that Trick. He didn't. Trick just said it.
Yeah, but he didn't correct him. He didn't correct him.
No.
Eric, he did correct him, and he said, "Where the hell did you become the co-captain? I run this." He said that blatantly.
Eric, if anyone was wrong in that segment, it is Mike Santana with his pick of Frankie Kazarian as the man, because you picked Matt Cardona in that situation. We all know we picked Matt Cardona in that situation.
I believe that is not the biggest flaw of this. The biggest flaw is TNA and who's ever in charge of making their teams. Kalani Jordan cannot lead your team. She is one. Let me give Exhibit 1. She is not a leader. She can't inspire nobody. Can't inspire nobody to do shit. Okay. Even Melo said she didn't even inspire me to go after the U.S. title. I heard him say it. Okay. I heard him say it. 2, she has been champion for less than a week, and she gets to call shots. Get her ass out of here.
That was just more so to take a shot at Trick for not being trustworthy. I will say I think all the teams was questionable when they were putting people together.
Jackson. She dragged.
Yeah. Hey, what kind of general manager picked Jakar Jackson? If this was the NBA NFL draft, then he getting booed out of New York. Okay? If this was Kevin Costner in draft day, he would have got fired by the end of that movie.
I mean, like, they would have been better if we would have did like a Royal Rumble where you put a bunch of TNA wrestlers' names into a raffle that you did it, instead of saying that these people actually picked these people to be their partners. This is not where I wanted to defend my franchise with. This is not my team. This is not my team.
These are the people they chose to ignore. They chose to ignore Dolph Ziggler being on the team, Matt Cardona being on the team. Hell, they could have drafted Jordan Gray. She ain't doing shit anyway. You could have put her on that team over Kalani. You could have put Joe Hendry. He's also TNA. He seems like a big deal. It just goes on and on. Mustafa Ali has his own agenda, but still, I would still consider it a recruiting.
I will point out,
like, I'm not going Frankie Kazarian. I'm not picking the inspiration.
The inspiration ain't been in there long enough.
Well, she spoiled TNA. They ain't won the tag team titles yet. She was
also,
like,
I'm not picking Miles. If I'm NXT, I'm not picking Miles.
I'm not picking Miles.
I'm not picking Miles.
And you know what? Also, I'm not picking who Miles had to fight either. Josh Briggs, they were not in my consideration.
I'm taking Jasper Troy. If Open's off the table, I'm taking Jasper Troy.
Marcus,
monster. We need a monster.
JC should have took Lady Reed.
No. Leave Laney alone.
JC's the only one that picked correctly.
Well, no, she picked the people who were stars in NXT.
Got an all-star team.
Well, I didn't even like Jordan Grace trying to lobby to be on Team TNA. Like, what are you doing? You don't work there no more.
Because she knows she ain't going to be picked.
Well, that's what she told old girl. We got to do something to get on this show. And I'm like, no.
It's ridiculous. These picks are ridiculous.
But I still enjoyed the show, though, because it was the whole thing about, I was like, they going to pick Rowe. Rowe. It was like a bad episode of Draft Day. I
enjoyed the ending of the show. And I have to go without any logic whatsoever at all in this show, because once you start thinking about anything that happens on NXT, it just goes out the window.
Mm-hmm. Also, I did enjoy the fight over EO. I don't know why people was fighting over EO. Like, people spending and everybody going to check on EO the Smurf on Raw.
We were a family, Eric.
It was a family. It's like she's torn, and I'm like, who gonna turn on who? Who gonna turn on who?
Me and Marcus have decided next time you decide to quit the show, we're gonna have a photo. We're gonna have a photo of the three of us, somehow AI generated, and then hand it to you to remember who you are.
I mean, sometimes I battle demons like Bailey. Sometimes I do. What can I say?
So in the Smurfing storyline, Come on, Eric. There has to be some of the worst acting in the history of WWE.
It's
with
bad.
The EO
it's bad.
crying into the ring and all that. I'm just like, what is going on with this? But still entertaining to me.
Sorry.
Can you calm down? Looking at your blurry image of baseball? Look like you're playing a NES game back there.
Next time you do it, you're paying for StreamYard.
Yeah.
I ain't got no money to pay, but
Yeah,
hey,
well,
Teoscar just gave us the lead. Come on,
Turn
man.
off your TV then.
Yeah.
Turn off your TV.
Don't waste
Be a
our time.
professional.
I could have left the game on. I chose not to.
Well, I'm glad that you and Manny are professionals. You guys have had more, just like Booker T said, that like with Jay Cargill, you guys do more shows per week, so you guys have professionalism that I have not developed yet because I'm from the Sharpshooters Podcast days when we weren't about professionalism. The Untitled Manny and Marcus show is about professionalism.
Wait, no. There have been multiple times where I've had a Man United game on at the same time I'm doing the show, but you wouldn't know I'm watching it.
Manny, I'm sorry about Man United.
No, we won today. I'm okay today.
I'm talking about last week. First time since 1938, they lost 2 straight to that team. I forgot who it was already, but I was watching in the hotel. We were just like, oh my God.
There's a guy on Instagram that's refusing to cut his hair until Man United win 5 games in a row. His hair is about this high right now.
Oh, it's afro.
It's not happening. It is not happening. This man is never cutting his hair.
So my therapist, I hadn't seen him in 2 weeks. Apparently he had trouble with the razor. He had to cut it all off, and I was like, damn, that's one of my biggest fear, man. What is my biggest fear?
Cut what all off? The beard or the hair?
You need to cut it off. You got this Ra's al Ghul goatee where it's hanging off the sides at the gray.
You have to understand something.
Is it now Ra's or is it Raz?
Because he asked me the question. He was like, when's the last time you hadn't had any facial hair? And I had to think back, and I was like, damn, I think it was 17, if anything. I think I've always had this. I don't know what I would look like without it.
The same. Bro. It's not much. It looks really shitty, just to point out. You remind me of Fred Sanford. Maybe not Fred Sanford. What's the old motherfucker who was like 42, but he was playing 70? He used to go in his house. I forget his name.
If we could drive up to like $500 in donations, maybe I would shave it off.
Grady.
Fuck you, man. Don't call me no Grady.
Look like Grady.
You look like a bitch.
No, see, you going with insults. I was going with pure knowledge. And Manny, don't you cheer him on with that? What the fuck is this? The fuck is this? That wasn't even clever. It wasn't even clever.
It wasn't, but that caught me off guard.
Son of a bitch.
So you have to, Marcus, though, when I get cut deep, I resort to
You didn't cut deep. That was just calling somebody a bitch out of nowhere.
You called me Grady. Grady's like that man was looking like he was 50. He was only 30-something years old.
Lovable character. Character.
He said you look like a bitch.
Yeah. Like what the fuck? It's ridiculous. This show's too immature. You talk about professionalism. There ain't no professionalism. We don't go to Dr. Phil and say you look like a bitch. That ain't never happened on Dr. Phil.
First of all, Dr. Phil ain't no damn doctor. Dr. Phil ain't no doctor. He is a bitch. But I need to be careful because I might get hunted down and get sent someplace. I couldn't think of a show. I could not think of a show. You don't go to the court shows. You don't go tell Dr. Oz. You gonna bring up Dr. Oz now?
Fuck Dr. Oz. He looks like a bitch. He looks like a bitch.
Oh, Marcus over here doing light jab. Eric throwing grenades.
The quote. The Asian man in Rush Hour who was selling the camel hump. I'm no punk bitch, okay? I'm no punk bitch. Just let you know that.
I guess
he made you one today
because we're kind of at the end of the show. Marcus, I know Manny don't care about this because it's more American news. Marcus, how do you feel about Puffy getting 4 years? 4 years, Marcus.
Yeah, that's it.
Manny, I can't do
out 2. He'll be out 2.
He'll be out
Maybe
2.
less than that. He'll be out 1. I don't care about that. I care more. I got more press news that I got American news that actually affects Manny. That affects Manny's heart. Manny, I know it's late, but it was late the other night when Mark Sanchez got stabbed. How do you feel about that?
But the story apparently is that he's also been arrested.
Yeah, he was arrested. He was arrested. So he was extremely intoxicated, and he was up to no good. He was probably hollering at somebody he shouldn't have been hollering at. And then they got to a scruffle and Stab.
Apparently,
Wait,
like
a
food
scruffle?
delivery guy.
Is a scruffle different from a scuffle? Because you call it a scruffle.
I got a scruffle.
I ain't never been in a scruffle.
There's been a few scruffles. You see, you ain't never been in a real fight.
So in this group chat I'm in, it goes, apparently he attacked a food delivery driver who defended himself with a knife. Have you ever seen a food delivery person carrying a blade before? It doesn't ring true to me.
You know what?
Honestly,
That
no,
is
yeah, I
a
have.
show. That is a show. You cannot do anything better than your Grubhub stabbing you. Just like, you know what? Fuck you. Grubhub.
I believe that most of these dashers or Uber peoples, I believe they're all armed. I would not go out there without any type of protection. People crazy. I don't want to deliver food and you be like, haha, I finally got you. Pulling up my blade.
Well, I don't think I have anything else about this show. Should we end it up now? I mean, I think we went 25 minutes longer than what we do. Oh, Shantae agreed with Marcus.
I do too, Marcus. I don't know what about this. Yeah, with the knife? It's a knife? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought you might know what point she was making that you knew she agreed with.
Well,
I just thought, right?
She could just come on and just tell us. what she agrees with.
Shantae was having a time of her life, entertaining her fellow student classmates and stuff like that, having them take pictures and having a good time. She did a diabetic setup. Like it was donuts, it was fruit, it was nothing but cakes.
What's she selling these people?
I don't know.
Wait.
And then her friend brought pupusas and Salvadorian tamales.
First off, for you, a diabetic's trap is you don't bring fruit.
Well, fruit is sugar. Fruit is sugar. So it's
Fruit
like
is sugar, but the diabetic ain't gonna eat that. The diabetic is normally the fat guy, and then they're the ones that are going for the donut.
Man,
they aren't. You are now paying for StreamYard.
Man, here's where I see
I'm not paying
this.
shit. They
Here's
put Tyler Glass down the game, man.
Here's where I see this is that you go like this. I will personally, if I saw a diabetic trap, I'm narrating it in Hangman Page voice, and there is the chocolate cake, where you cannot resist.
Here lies the chocolate cake, and Eric sees the chocolate cake. He licks his lips.
I would also say that
I
on Smack,
I see some dribble coming out of that.
on SmackDown, we really didn't need to have the recap of all those feuds. It was like a recap. I forgot what recap it was. I was like, I don't need this anymore. I think it was Cody and Seth. I was like, they ain't did nothing different. We know what this is about.
So wait, I do have a question about next week.
Okay.
Is there a show, or are we actually doing the watch along?
I'm not doing a watch along. It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, there's no way
8
I
in the
can
morning
possibly
for
do
me?
a watch. It's impossible for me to do it. That's his current schedule. Man, it'd be fresh as daisy. Eric, do the watch alone.
Well, the issue that, because if it's not done by 9 o'clock, that's when I have my therapy session.
They'll be done at 9 o'clock.
It'll be done. You know they ain't gonna give you shit. Maybe there'll be a commercial 25.
It'll be done by like 8:30 for you, I think.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you
Well,
gotta do it.
if that's the case, I mean,
do it.
I might, Manny, because as we all say, Eric don't do enough for this show. I can wake up at 5 a.m. and I can watch it with you.
Eric, I'll also be in a different setup, so it'd be fun.
Cause you're gonna be in New York, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's gonna be in living large in one of those penthouse suites.
Oh, okay.
Live from the island.
You know what? Let's do it let's do it out of
Long
spite
Island.
because I know Marcus will have FOMO because he's mad because he can't do it.
No, I don't care. I can't do it. That's all.
What you be like? Surprise! My schedule changed when he walked into
You
work
know how he
tomorrow.
do, or then he'll call in or be in the chat room like that one time
No.
when he got mad at us because we was talking about food.
But this is what we all get.
Oh, Shantae said
Yes,
she'll
you
watch
join
alone.
Yes, you join us.
Shantae would be so bored. She's like, I can't watch this. That
No,
might be-
no, because she'll change it up. I think she'll also engage if we end up talking about food again, and it'll just be us talking about food for 3 hours.
It won't be turning her back to us to watch the game. Anybody got time to see that big ass back?
It carries a lot of weight.
You look like the tarp that covers the stands when they can't film.
You just mad because I called you a bitch. That's all it is. This is payback. I get
You're a top.
I know, Manny. First of all, Manny, you don't need to be up this late because The comments, me calling him a bitch and him calling me a tart is not as funny as you're making it seem to be.
It really is. It really is.
You're delusional.
It really is. Mine took some thought and clever and observation. You just couldn't think of a word and said bitch. You were worse than Chris Jericho and any AEW segment.
No. You're forgetting. No one else is in the chat. But when you called him that, and then he just replied, "Well, you look like a bitch." It was all one sentence, no pauses or anything. And it was like it was one of those gut punches that you just don't see coming.
Yeah, that's true. It did come from out the blue. I realize.
But you put some thought into calling him a tart.
You did, Marcus. Marcus has been thinking about the whole time that he was called a bitch. He was like, "I'm getting his ass back."
No. It was just when I saw your back. I took no time. As soon as you turned your back, I was like, "I'm calling you a tart."
Indeed. Well, I mean. I guess this is the late night show of the Sharpshooters Podcast. I mean, luckily SmackDown or no news happened to give us anything to talk about. But I think it was still a pretty good hour of conversation of nonsense.
Well, if you don't like this show, I need you to live deep.
Oh, no, wait.
Deep
Eric, did you watch Dynamite
and realize that Jay Cargill worked in AEW.
I need to ask you, if we handed you a belt and it fell to the ground, how angry would you be?
Well, Manny, if I'm trying to get to the pay window, I got to do whatever I got to do. Personally,
Eric, he was going to the pay window already, but
I know. No, but Manny, he wants the title shot. He wants the title shot.
No, because the title shot wasn't even on the table when that happened.
The man just wanted to get mad.
No, I will point out that it's one of those things in AEW where it's like, wow, all the stuff that goes on, dropping the belt causes so much trouble. Like,
I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, Joe for not putting any effort in trying to grab the belt. Hangman did nothing wrong. Joe's is ridiculous. I would like to say, in that little bit of storyline, I take that over any storyline that we got going on right now.
But I will tell you this though, Joe and Hangman had more angry than a man being dragged behind a vehicle, someone being stabbed, like all the stuff that they've done with Darby and the Death Riders have done to each other. I felt that was passion between Joe and Hangman.
Yeah, over or under one attempted murder this week on Dynamite.
I'm going over, man. They always try to kill somebody. They always try to kill you. So it's kind of like you could take the.
So should I change the number to 2?
No, you could always try to take the over or under if WWE going to put you to sleep in any of their shows with something that you don't want to see. Because I mean, on the surface, you got to say you love Sami Zayn, but I don't think anybody wanted to see Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black. That was not. That's not.
I didn't mind that.
I didn't mind it.
I don't think anybody said that.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, nobody wanted to see Kofi Kingston versus.
The problem is what you just highlighted with AEW was that you got matches that serve no purpose. All these open challenge matches, whilst they're good, they serve no purpose because they're going nowhere.
Dynamite. It's just Dynamite.
No, but I mean, it is WWE's answer to Dynamite. Like, yeah, we could have a good wrestling match as well, but I just wish that it turned into something where, it meant more. Like, I'm not really sure where we're going with the open challenge, unless it's going to be Obo that comes and destroys Sammy.
I'm for this open challenge. I like where it's at right now. I don't mind having good matches. And you know what? Unlike AEW, when they do these random matches that happen, when you know the person is not going to win, and they're already advertising the next 3 matches for the world champion or whatever the case may be, I don't know if Sammy's going to come out on top on all of these.
No, I would say
Aleister Black, I was on the edge of my seat when he dives with a little kick and landed to be the aura. I was out.
I actually thought that Aleister had very good opportunities to win. I'm still upset that the Blue Thunder Bomb is the weakness of all black wrestlers because he defeated black people with the Blue Thunder Bomb. And that bothers me, that I think that my melanin brothers are a lot stronger and can kick out of the Blue Thunder Bomb. I don't understand why they can't.
Aleister Black with the haluva kick.
Yeah, it took his foot to do that. Son of a bitch. Well, no, what? It took Damian Priest just looking at Aleister Black.
My whole thing is that I'm thinking to myself, Damian Priest, you had an opportunity. If you was already in the arena, you could have walked out and challenged Sammy for the belt too. But instead, you decided to wait for Aleister to come down there. And as Betty said, he sauntered down there like he was a cat and decided to fight him.
He wanted revenge, and you know what? He just pissed off that Lola Vice has moved on without his sorry ass.
I thought they're still together.
I thought they broke up.
No, they're kind of together again, Marcus.
Tired of him.
What can you do, Marcus?
Leave him, Lola. Leave him.
But they're
He
Puerto
ain't no
Rican.
good. I don't care how Puerto Rican they are.
So Marcus, with Mike Santana's team picking, does that mean he should never get a WWE contract now? He should go someplace to the wayside.
It's only the Kazarian pick I'm against. Like I'm pro him grabbing Leon
Moose is a good pick.
and Moose. Old, but whatever. But Kazarian just seems like somebody watched. I would have went a different route.
Christopher Daniels?
Shit, I would have went with Jake something before him.
Well,
Christopher Daniels, he's still at AEW.
I know. I was just being, thinking about all
I think.
You know what? No could have really changed things up if he would have had a mystery partner. And I know this person ain't showing up on that show, but if he would have got AJ Styles to be on Team TNA, that would have made it a much more watchable match. Be like, oh shit, the phenomenal one.
I would have went with Karrion Kross.
Fuck Karrion Kross.
I would have went with
just a
Karrion Kross.
random NXT show. This should have been like a.
This isn't random.
This should be a pay-per-view event.
This isn't
PLA.
random. This isn't random. Next week it's it's AEW versus NXT. They have to stack the show. They cannot let Dynamite win.
My question for you guys though is, are we gonna get some of the TNA talent winning these titles? Because I expect the Hardy Boys to win that match and become the NXT and TNA tag team champions.
Well, I think that's the only title that's likely to move. I think they'll keep. I think they'll keep the title on the. The only other title match is Ethan Page, right?
Yeah, which I think that he could lose that belt personally.
He could, but I don't think they will.
I'll give it to Mustafa. I think this is a better story. I think him getting his belt.
Let me tell you,
he should have had a title shot in from years ago. It should be. I think it fits that he gets the title and he gets to talk his shit.
I'm glad they did do continuity with that.
That was
I don't know who dug that up.
I thought that was a very good storyline right there. I was like, shit, that's a good storyline. And like Mustafa, whatever his name, Mr. Ali.
Mustafa.
Wow. I hope the Muslims come after you.
Man, I got a whole bunch of people after me, okay? I got the bitches. I got the Muslims.
Bitches.
Yeah,
hold on. Do the wife know the bitches are coming for you?
I'm talking about all the people that I call bitches. They coming after me.
Are you sure? Your wife know the bitches are coming for you?
I don't know, man. Them damn dogs, they try to bite me in my ass.
Shoot.
But I kind of hope that he wins. I do. Because I think in this whole partnership, TNA got to win something. They don't never win.
Yeah, man, their chairman can't just keep handing them titles to.
No, he can't do it. Like, it's bad enough that you let Kalani pick your team to support you, but you like it's like she ain't been there for a couple of seconds.
My favorite thing was the meme that was out. I don't remember who posted it or whatnot, but it was the TNA don't know their priorities. Here they are underpaying some of their talent and not wanting to pay people money and stuff, but yet here they are with the Tesla car, the Cybertruck, and so they can show up to NXT with that. Priorities, TNA. Priorities.
I'm assuming WWE got that bill because they got to connect. They got to connect with Elon Musk, because they hang out with them. So hey man, can I get one of your Teslas?
If you're Kalani though, you picking Tesla?
No,
I'll pick Tesla. I'll pick Tesla to anger the people.
Oh, Tesla! I thought you were talking about Tesla.
You know what? Don't you got to, because did Tesla have some black or minority friends come out and say that she ain't racist? Which is always my favorite thing when you racist.
Not really. She ain't had much support, Eric. You can't get her or Slamovich.
So isn't the only black person that supports her Moose?
Yeah. So did you guys really enjoy the whole match between Toni Storm and Tamela in the situation? Because I didn't need that match for her. I'd rather she would just came out and cut the promo about Chris Statlander than having that match with Tamela. I didn't need it. I didn't at all. Tamela, like honestly, her and Sammy could be let go and go disappear.
That's what Tony said. That's when he brought back Andrade, who beat the shit out of Sammy Guevara one time and tried to get out of his contract. Well, guess what? That guy's back.
Guess what, bitch?
Yeah, you act like I give a fuck about you, Sammy? You think I give a fuck about you, Sammy?
You know what?
I hope the Andrade drummer amps up now that he's in TNA.
Okay, let me ask you this
AEW again.
I want him to be back to CM Punk.
Wait, over or under 4 weeks before Andrade disappears off of television? Like, do you think it's under 4 weeks, or will he be on television?
I got
Wait, when's
over because I
WrestleDream?
gotta be in 3 months. I got at least a pay-per-view of him being consistent.
When's WrestleDream? Because I think he's facing Kenny at WrestleDream.
That's like
I don't know
the
what WrestleDream
19th,
is.
17th, or 19th of October.
Yeah. I think he's gonna fight Kenny at WrestleDream. The way that he took him out.
Yeah, I have Andrade being well behaved for the next 6 months. He's on probation right now.
No, but I'm just talking about before. Oh shit, Manny, I think you're right. WrestleDream is October 18th.
Yeah, he's got to face Kenny at WrestleDream because you don't just take out a champion like that for no reason.
And it's
Kenny ain't been a champion in a long time.
Yeah, because this card does need something, because you got Darby versus John, you got Joe versus Hangman, and you got Chris versus
not a bad
Tony.
card. That's not a bad card.
You give me 3 more matches, it'll be good. I don't need that. I don't need all the other stuff that they gonna throw in there.
Wait,
right?
you can get another 6.
No, you gonna get another 12.
Betty 6. You get 10. At least 10.
You got
You
got the
named
Costco
3
guys
already. You get
versus
at
the
least another 6.
conglomeration. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the Costco guys versus conglomeration. The Beast Mortal's got to get his. You know he got to get his.
Mercedes
he
you
gotta
have
get
a
his.
match.
Did you mention Tony Storm and Statlander?
Yeah, that's 3.
So we're on 3. We're
Yeah.
getting another
Yeah.
6 or 6,
You
maybe.
gotta,
yeah,
they gonna
maybe.
have at least 15, 16. So you
And-
got
and
Marty's right, 13
9
more
because
matches.
if you count 0 hour.
Yeah, and Clone has to fight Commander for no reason or something. You know,
No, you need
don't
Clone
forget
to
about
face
the man.
Hologram. I need Clone
Hologram's
versus
injured for the
Hologram.
year. Hologram's out for the year.
The fake hologram. I was like, I guess I don't know enough about it. I was like, but that's just somebody else in Don Callis' family that I was just like, I can't take this. I just can't take. You cannot have a family of 10 and then you add 2 more members out of the blue.
They got Clone.
The problem I had with it was you should have brought the family out for Andrade. You don't bring the entire family out for the Clone.
Let me just be real. Like
Like
the
this
whole
is
thing,
they should have been.
the whole thing about Don Callis being hesitant to shake the hand of Andrade pissed me off. You already had a conversation with him to be in the family. Why you trying to act like you didn't have this deal? Like, it annoyed the fuck out of me. But I think that concludes the show. We hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the late night Saturday of the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
You said this already.
If you,
And we
yeah,
went on
but
for
then
another
we had
30 minutes.
Then we had 11 minutes more conversation because that's what we do. I guess Manny has just confirmed it will be an early morning watch alone on next Saturday. I will come to work in the morning. I will.
I'm
Marcus
doing
will be
it too.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Which even then I probably won't even watch it.
I hate you sometimes. Anyway, you're older.
I ain't at StreamYard telling Mark because I hated him.
anyway,
Well, I in the StreamYard too late when I wanted to give the great penis race. And which
no,
we should say,
Marcus, you need to end your obsession with penises. You really do.
it's not my
No.
obsession with penises. It's a team's effort. It's a team's
It's not a team effort. I don't
It's a
care
team
about
effort.
penises.
It's a team effort. It's a team. Our mascot is a phallus, Eric. You need to appreciate that.
Phallus Henley.
Well, I guess it's something we got to give it something to come up to. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you can rise to the occasion from listening to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast, we gave you a little aid to lubricate your nights and evenings.
What?
What?
I had nothing else. Anyway,
I'm just happy that guy got that picture right here.
he
Got
did
it.
get that picture.
Got it. Got it.
Thing is, he's missing Nick. Well, he's got Nick Aldis in that photo. Nick Aldis ain't in our photo.
You know,
Oh, I didn't even know Nick was there.
Betty, I think what you not realize, that picture was probably of Nick Aldis. It ain't even up to 2 girls. He probably got the Zoom button.
That's the NWA champion. That's Nick Aldis.
That's Nick Aldis. All right, y'all. Until Wednesday, right? Is that when you guys are coming back?
Yes.
Wednesday. All right. Until then.
Wednesday
this-
for everything. Raw, AEW, and NXT. It's gonna be a bumper show.
Wait.
Mm.
How y'all gonna do AEW on Wednesday?
AEW's on Tuesday.
Oh,
week.
it is.
Everything's coming up Monday and Tuesday this week.
Oh, so then there's
there's
no Thursday
reason.
show then.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no need
well,
for
I
a
couldn't
Thursday show
even do a
anyway.
Thursday show anyway. 'cause I'm in
Do
the,
you guys have any intention of seeing the Smashing Machine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, whenever you guys want to do a review on it, I'm here for you.
What's your
Oh,
quick
a movie
review of it
review?
without spoiling it?
My quick review is
Our reviews don't do well anyway.
Dwayne did a very good job of acting in the movie. For me personally, I thought it was too much fighting, and I know that makes no sense, but I enjoyed it more when we were doing the stories that happened outside of the fighting. That's just me. And it's a
So you wish it was a romantic comedy?
no, it's a story of multiple forms of addiction. So like I think it's a great film to give to anybody who's in psychology. Like because you have so many things that you need to treat in this situation. And that's my impression of the movie without giving any spoilers. So maybe next week we can talk about it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll call
When are
off
we
from
going
work.
to talk about it? He ain't going to be available next week.
That's also true. Well, we tried. Stay sharp, guys. We out.
Peace.